Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it's March 10th of 2021. It's 5:36 a.m. I just finished a little frozen thing of spaghetti. That's breakfast, I guess. I have Coke in my aluminum Yeti cup, and I've got ice from our ice machine. We've got an ice machine in the kitchen. Runs about $150 or under, between $100 and $150. They last us about a year. Let's check, and oh, by the way, I just installed, because I formatted my computer back, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or something, because I couldn't get the new install of Windows 20, oh, what was it? Let's see. What am I looking for? Oh, let's see. Security updates. Okay. Windows Update. Oh, this is already where we are. Oh, let's see. OS build. Maybe that's it. Okay. They don't have its. Oh, there it is. Right here. 20H2. So I found it I think I tried for like 2 months to get it to install. It would go through, saying it would say it needed to install an update, and then it would go through and install, reboot, install, reboot. Then it would say on the screen, what would you say? Can't install it. So uninstalling it. Then it would go through a couple reboots while it uninstalled the thing that it couldn't install. So finally I just formatted and started over. So I just added back ManyCam, and that's what I'm recording this on. And I like ManyCam. It's very simple. And here's what it looks like. Here's the control panel and everything. And let me minimize this. Let's look at, I see somebody just joined this. I think this is the first person that's joined other than me. Anyway, what was I going to look at? Let me think. Let me entertain you. Oh, we were going to look at CNN. CNN. About 1 in 10 are fully vaccinated in the United States. I got my first shot for the vaccine yesterday. I made a video on that, so I guess that's the video that precedes this one. They did a really good job of having everything well organized, going in one door and then, checking filling out and going to the next place where you waited until you went back to the room, and then sent you down this other hall to wait in a waiting room for 15 minutes or so you could leave, and then you went out a door, and everything was really, and everybody was really nice. And not everybody, but people are saying, well, you'll get the next shot in 28 days, but actually they mentioned there, and the paperwork they gave me, that I just put that up, didn't I? It's going to be 21 days before I get the second shot. So that's going to be on, if I remember correctly, March 31st. And then I think, what is it, 10 days or something after that? I just hope everybody gets, or I hope enough people get, vaccinated that we can put in it. Man, this sucks, having to wear a mask and this, everything. I really don't want to hear anything about Oprah's interview and the whole thing. Not something I'm interested in. Costco is running out of some cheese. I mentioned, I think their ice machine. Didn't I mention the ice machine? It lasts about a year. The office chairs, they last about a year. So, and actually this one my daughter bought for her son, and then he got a better one, and so this one went to my son, and then we swapped. So this one is, I think, was actually a because I think I remember my daughter buying it at a office supply place, and so I think it's held up at the chairs that I've been buying, they last about a year. I don't exceed the weight, but I'm close to it. I ran about 240 pounds. I've been up to 252. That's the highest I've ever been at. And I think these office chairs run like max weight 300, or maybe it's 350. But anyway, I'm due for a new chair. If I knew for sure, I saw, I guess you'd call it an expose on someplace, on CNN or something, or maybe it was on YouTube, but no, I think it was some website, office type thing, where somebody did more or less were a group of people, and they traced down in China where these chairs are made, and apparently there's not much difference between a $500 chair and a $100 chair, and they just went through everything. It's just so discouraging. If I knew that for $329 or $350 I could get a chair that was going to last for a few years, I'd go ahead and do it. But I have absolutely zero faith in, all the chairs that I get the stuff that sometimes they even like advertise it like leather, you know. It's not. I don't think any of them have been leather. Maybe if you spent $500, maybe you would get a chair that had, but you have this stuff flaking off all over the place. But the chair that I got, let's see, go to, did I get it? Oh, yeah, I got it from Amazon. Go to Amazon and go to orders and go to chair. I'm sure I had it less than a year. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, I purchased it on October 13th of 2020. The hydraulic thing in there went out. You know, I'd be sitting here and it just would go down and I'd be, you know, my head would be down here, you know, on top of it, but just, so that lasted less than a year. And then you can see before this, purchased one in 2018, September, and here's one I purchased in August of 2018. Here's one March 18th of 2017. Here's one I bought on October 28th of 2015. Here's one I bought on November 16th of 2012. Now the reason you see some thing is then some chairs, I went to Office Depot and bought one or two chairs there. I mean, it's just, my operating cost is buying a new chair a year. So, okay, we want to look at CNN. See, what are the plans? Well, let's go to Amazon and where do I want to go? Oh, see, wait a minute. No, I want to go here. Now this is a wish list. Well, that's what I named it, but that's not, I don't want to purchase all of these items. But I put items in there that I want to track or that I think I might be recommending to somebody or something so I can find them. But I do buy aspirin. I'm supposed to take one of these baby aspirins, actually 81 milligrams. And I buy them in the 1,000 at a time and take one, you know, one a day. So, and you can see over here I purchased 2015. Now I do think I'm going to purchase this before long. My son says, well, I'll drop over, Ted, but he thinks that what I'm going to do is get on there and just go like crazy. My legs and my feet are swollen, and I'm not getting good circulation. And so what I want to do is get one of these stationary bicycles and set it up where there's like something that I watch. It could be from the Twit network, maybe Windows Weekly or Google. They do, I think, once a week and stuff like. But some show, something that I watch, and just set it up, and then just have my legs and feet moving to try to get the blood circulating through there. So that's my. It's not my goal is not to, compete in an Ironman or something. I can barely make it to the bathroom here and back. Let's see, back to, now here's a chair that I thought looked maybe kind of good. I hardly get out at all, but like yesterday when I had to go get the virus vaccine, I forgot really because I don't, I have this here. I hate making phone calls too because I have hearing problem in both ears, which makes it kind of difficult. And an awful lot of the people that that I have to call about some type of a problem, to help people, I can't understand what they're saying. And it's not just me. I've had my grown son standing here the other day when I called about something. He couldn't make out what they were saying either. And it's not the audio from the phone. It's but so yesterday when I was out, I forgot. This is the Motorola Moto G, that is the one with the stylus. And I like it, and I only paid $100 for it. Got a good deal on it. It was, new, but and I've mentioned that I really like it and everything about it, except now yesterday this was set up for getting the virus shot. They sent you a notice, that the date and time to be there. And then when you got there, and they had some rules about where you park and when you get there, and you have to remain in your car. And then you send them a text message that you are there, and then they send you back one, or you send them and say arrived, and then they send you back one at some point saying that you can go get in line. But so anyway, I was outside the car, and then I remembered the bad thing about this is that outdoors in sunlight, it's very difficult to see the screen. So, I do think I want to get the Google Pixel 4a. I only paid $100, for this. By the way, this is last year's model. They came out with 3 or 4. One's a power, has a bigger battery. They're all basically the same. This one uses a stylus. Forget what the other is. But they came out with new models of the very same thing, and has little minor changes in it. But I do think I want to get the Pixel 4a. It's not the lenses or the camera that is in there. It's their software. Makes for fantastic. It makes for pictures that are as good as $1,000 cell phones. And this only runs $350. the main thing, I've always, since I was in grade school, always interested in photography and always interested in available light. Always hated using flash, never wanted to use a flash unless I positively had to. And this Google Pixel 4a, you've probably seen some of the sample pictures. It has the capability of taking a picture. Well, it does fantastic in low light or almost no light. And it takes fantastic pictures of the sky, the constellations, the stars, all that type of stuff. And I was even surprised, on YouTube I saw somebody that, which I didn't know that it really did that, somebody who's outside and the sky is behind them. And you see, it's night, of course, and you see the perfect, the person is perfect in the lighting for this person, but behind there's the Milky Way and all, everything up there in the sky. And so that's really why I am thinking about getting the Google Pixel 4a. And I'm also thinking about getting one of these. If you have an idea which is the best, there's the Beeline Mini PC, Windows 10, of course. I won't go through them, but looks like all three of these are Beeline. And here's another one, yeah. So now you can get them bare boned with, and you basically take off 4 screws on the bottom, and then you put in the memory, and that just goes. There's none of this taken off the bottom, and then there's a wire attached, to the bottom plate that you have to make sure you don't pull out of, and you just open it up. You can put in an SSD, click it right in there. So I'm thinking about, because I like the looks of it. It's small, like a Chrome box. I've got 2 Chrome boxes that I never use. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. On the one hand, I could just use the Chrome box if I wasn't doing YouTube stuff. Because otherwise I would just be paying my bills, going to CNN, looking at YouTube videos of cats and dogs and that type of stuff. And that's all, that's all I'd be doing. I could do it on a Chrome box. And the only reason I need, a nice monitor and some of these other things is because I'm doing YouTube videos. I don't know how much software I have purchased because I'm making, YouTube videos. Anyway, aspirin, I need to order some. I'm getting down to, well, you can see, I think this is 2015. That's when I ordered 1,000. And I had to buy another DisplayPort cable. Probably someplace here I have a couple of them. But I had to purchase one because I was messing with this, trying to build I purchased a stand, so it gets it off the desk for the monitor. Couldn't get it put together. But then messing with it, this is one of those monitors. This is a nice monitor. But it's one of those monitors that on the back, there's a thing that comes out, then underneath it is where you put your cables in, so I was messing with it and leaning on it, and I broke the DisplayPort cable. Not the cable, but the plug at the end. And I'm a little bit afraid that I might have messed up the plug-in, because I moved the monitor a little bit the other day, and I heard the kerching of when you have a USB device or something attached. And so I guess really I should probably just go to HDMI cable. By the way, this is a really good, we had, the power loss here in Texas. We were without electricity for 3 days. 3 of the fish died in my fish tank because of the cold. There was a heater in the fish tank, but no electricity for the heater. Anyway, this portable power pack, 30,000 milliamp, I was using the flashlight on the thing, and sometimes I just had it sitting someplace with the light shining. Then I charged up my cell phone and charged up my son's cell phone, and I forget what else. And it still had 50% power after 3 days. So it's heavy. You could use that as a weapon to hit somebody. I have, you know how they supposedly women like shoes or whatever. I have a bunch of Mises or whatever, and I've got a bunch of keyboards and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, this is sort of a test. You probably know that already, because I just installed, again, ManyCam. When I format it, I've got a whole bunch of programs and things that I've paid for that a few have been installed, but many of them I totally even forget what they are, and then I'll run across and realize, hey, I paid for that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope I don't think it is right now. I hope the audio's okay. I've got a real big air pump underneath the 20-gallon aquarium over there, and it's kind of noisy sometimes. So anyway, thank you for watching.